squats an incredibly functional exercise. Why? Because how many times do we have to get up from a chair, the sofa, or whatever else during the course of a day? But as we age, the muscles that we use to enable us to do such a simple task start to deteriorate. And if we're not working them, then we're going to find ourselves struggling as we get older, because we won't have the strength to be able to carry our weight using our leg muscles and our glutes, which is exactly what the squat works. You must have seen older people struggling to get up from a chair, maybe getting a hand from somebody, hanging onto the side of a sofa, using the arms of a chair, whatever it might be. That all comes down to a lack of strength in the lower body. And we really don't want that. Well, I don't want that. You may, but I don't. And if we don't want that, we need to do some exercise to keep that strength, because as we age, our strength and our muscles deteriorate. It's unfortunate, but it's fact. So, how do we squat? Great exercise. It's an exercise that's using pretty much all of the muscles in the legs and in the glutes. For those that don't know what the glutes, that's in there, in your bum. And that give us a bit of a cardio workout as well as we do more of them. Okay, so when we squat, the most important thing is to make sure that our knees follow the lines of our feet. We don't want our legs coming in as we squat down, and we don't want our legs protruding out either. We want to keep our knees over our feet as we go down. Now, when we start to do squats, we may find that our range of movement and our strength doesn't enable us to go all the way down and all the way back up again. But that's fine. We can do mini squats. So, for balance, it's always a good idea to keep the hands out in front of you and the arms flat out, nice and relaxed, not locked or anything. And we gradually ease ourselves down. And if that's as far as you can go, that's fine. Just come back up again. Now, as we go up and down, we're keeping the back nice and straight, okay? So we don't want the back coming out and pushing the bum out like so. We want to try and make sure that we're keeping the back nice and straight as we come down and come back up, okay? Now with squats, no matter how deep you go, two things that I would recommend. One is do it slowly, okay? The slower we do it, the longer we're working those muscles. The longer we're working those muscles, the stronger they'll become. Also, keep moving. Don't pause at the bottom, and certainly don't pause at the top with the knees locked out, because with the knees locked out, your bones are taking all of the weight, not the muscles. You're not doing any work on the muscles whatsoever, okay? So when we start, let's just start with nice, gentle squats to the range that you feel comfortable with. Now, over time, you'll be able to increase the range of that motion. You'll be able to go a little bit deeper. And as you go a little bit deeper, you're extending the muscles. You're strengthening the muscles more through that increased range of movement, okay? But exactly the same motion. We've got the feet roughly shoulder width apart, hands out in front of us, and we're coming down nice and slow into a deeper position and back up again. Down, nice and slow. We're not pausing at the bottom and we're not pausing at the top. One more time. Down, nice and slow, and back up again. Now, as you get more and more used to squats, in addition to changing the range of the movement that we're doing by going deeper, we can also make the exercise a little bit more, let's say, interesting, a little bit more fun by adding some more dynamic movements within it. So, as an example, we can squat nice and low, and as we come out of the squat, pushing through the heels, we transfer the weight onto the ball of our feet and we raise the knee. Then we come back down into a squat, come back up, raise the knee. Squat, come back up, raise the knee. And by adding that simple extra movement, we're increasing the heart rate because we're using our body more, but we're also using more our hip extender muscles, which are right at the top of the thighs here, okay? Which are incredibly useful muscles for everything from walking, running, standing, getting up from a sitting position, and believe it or not, squatting, okay? And again, as time goes on, we can develop the exercise more. So we can squat, and as we come out of the squat, we can do an explosive jump. Squat and jump. Squat and jump. Squat and jump. Another great way of making the exercise more interesting. If you want to make the exercise more challenging still, we can use some weight. So I've got a dumbbell. You can use dumbbells, kettlebells. You could use a bottle of milk if that's all you've got, if you have no fitness equipment at home. Anything that's got some weight in it. And we're doing exactly the same exercise. We're holding the weight out in front of us, coming down into the squat, knees tracking the toes, and back up again. Down and up. And as before, if you want to, you can add the knee raises or the jumps or whatever you see fit. And to progress the exercise even further, we can add additional movements to the squat. So I'm just going to grab another dumbbell and give you an example. So now we're holding the dumbbells slightly away from our body to the side, and we're going to squat down into the squat, and as we come out of the squat, we're going to do a bicep curl and extend into a shoulder press, rotating the wrists as we do so. Rotate the wrist back again into the top of the bicep curl, back down to the bottom of the bicep curl, and then back down into the squat. So we've got one nice fluid movement. And now, instead of just exercising the lower body, we're exercising the upper body too. We're using our chest, we're using our abs, we're using our biceps. So a great full body workout. But that's something that you can work up to. Don't need to do that straight away. If your level of fitness now means that we're just really starting off the squat, then this is how we start. Hands up in front of us, feet shoulder width apart, go down to your range of movement. If that's it, that's fine, and back up again. Do not lock out the knees and just keep going. Just keep going. Breathe in as you go down, breathe out as you come up. Hope that's been helpful. Great way of building your leg muscles, and by adding additional movements, giving yourself a good all over body workout whilst getting the heart rate up, as you can tell from my breathing, getting the lungs working, and therefore giving you a good cardiovascular exercise too. See you soon.